Assalamu to all the students. Today we are going to continue our exercise 14a, and the topic that we have to study is cuboid. Okay, what is a cuboid? Here is a definition that a three-dimensional object having six rectangular faces at right angles. So I will break the definition in three parts. First is the three-dimensional object. What is meant by three-dimensional object? That it will have length, width and height, everything. For example, if you consider a board of your class, it has only two dimensions, length and height. There is no width of that particular board, although it has width but very lesser. But an object just like a solid block, okay, it has length, width and height, all the dimensions. So this is a three-dimensional object. Now the next term is that it has six rectangular faces. How six faces are there? There is a cuboid that I have placed in front of you. You can see that there are actually three faces visible to you. 1, 2 and this one is 3. Okay, but there are three more faces behind them as well. For example, if this is the top face, there must be a bottom face. If this is the front face, there must be a back face. And if this is the smaller face, then there must be a face in the back side as well. So it has overall six faces. Three are always visible in the diagram figure, because this is a plane surface, a paper, so it will only show the three faces, but overall it has six faces. The next thing is at right angles. All these faces are at perpendicular dimensions to each other. In fact, every rectangle is at 90 degree, but these rectangles are itself with connection with 90 degree angle as well. Okay, so this is basically a shape of a cuboid. Now, how to calculate its volume and surface area? For volume, the formula is very simple: length into breadth into height. As you already know that for our three-dimensional property, we have to multiply all the three dimensions, and the answer will be in cubic unit. Meter cube, centimeter cube, millimeter cube, whatever units are given. And similarly about surface area, you will go with this formula. Now be a little logical how to go with this formula. For example, this is the length and the breadth of the cuboid, and this is the height of the cuboid. Then there will be one dimension that will be length into height, and since there are two dimensions like this, so it will be multiplied by 2. Similarly, breadth into height will be one face, and this face will be length into breadth, and all these faces are twice, so therefore this is the formula: 2 times the product of length into breadth plus breadth into height plus length into height. Now we come on the question. This is the first question, and you have to first break the length, width and height of these questions. Okay, height is always 10. We already know that there is no confusion in this one, but length I have taken as 8 centimeter and breadth as 6 centimeter. Although this 6 is in front face, so you might take this as length. Although it doesn't make any difference, but you have to ensure that length is always the greatest side of the plane surface. So height will always be 10, there is no doubt about it. But when we are considering a plane face, length should be the greater side. So it's better to take 8 as length. Anyhow, so for formula of the cuboid, we know that volume is equal to length into breadth into height. So I've simply substituted these values out there, and I've got my answer 480. And the unit will be centimeter cube. Why cube? Because this is the volume. So it is a three-dimensional product. And why centimeter? Because the running units are in centimeter. Similarly, we can calculate the surface area as well. It's very simple. Just put the values here and you can get your answer up to 376 centimeter square it is. Okay, it is not cube, it is centimeter square. Got that? Why? Because surface area is a two-dimensional property. At the time, only two dimensions are in multiple. Two dimension multiple, two dimension multiple, two dimension. So overall the answer will also be in two-dimensional stuff. Okay, now comes to question number 4, and this is something interesting. He has given me the length, breadth, volume, and asked me to calculate these two things. This is a little interesting stuff. Basically, for a formula of volume, volume is equal to length into breadth into height. This is the formula of volume. So you will substitute the given values in this formula. I am given with the volume 120. I am given with the length and breadth 5 and 3, and height is not given to me, so I will take it as it is. Okay. Then I can divide the 5 and 3 on the other side to calculate my height, that is 15 centimeter. Okay. And why centimeter? Because the running units are in centimeter, and height is a dimension, simple dimension. It's not a product of any dimension, so it will be taken as centimeter. Length, breadth, height, perimeter, all these things are in simple unit. Okay, and now with this height, we have got our all dimensions, length and width are already given, and height is there. So we can calculate the surface area by putting the value in this formula. Now we have height. Initially, when the question was given, I was not given with height, so I was not in position to calculate the surface area. So now I calculate the surface area, and this will be simply calculated as 270 centimeter square, not cube. Okay. In some other question of question number 4, he might have missed the width and given you the height. So in this formula, you will take the value of length and height and calculate width from there on. And similarly, he has shuffled all the stuff, but surface area will always be required to calculate. You haven't done surface area in any question. Okay. And similarly about the question number 3, all the questions you should simply have to take length, width, and height. But make sure one thing, that all the units are the same. Okay, if one unit is centimeter and other unit is millimeter, obviously then you cannot proceed the question. You can ask me how to proceed that. Okay, thank you very much and best of luck. Allah Hafiz.